Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am Ryan Clifton Boland. Listen, Walt Disney, one of my favorite, well, used to be one of my favorite organizations or corporations, whichever one you want to call it. I mean, really admired them at one point, but they're just going bat crazy right now with this wokeness. And right now, what they are suffering a very, very bad pitfall. A ton of consumers are basically rejecting their subscriptions, abandoning their streaming services to save money and soaring inflation, according to a Breitbart article. So Disney is really suffering right now. But we're going, as I read further into this article, we're going to find out what some of the reasons, other reasons are as well, and you probably figured that out. So listen, I'm going to read this article. It's a pretty short article. And then when I'm completed reading this article, I'm going to give you guys my detailed commentary on this whole debacle. Let's begin. The title of the article is Consumers Abandoning Disney Streaming Services to Save Money Amid Soaring Inflation. Consumers have been shedding streaming services to save money amid soaring inflation, but Disney is losing UK consumers at a faster rate, get this now, than Netflix and Amazon's Prime Video, according to a new report. Streaming service customers in the United Kingdom canceled about 1.5 million subscriptions in the first 3 months of 2022, up by around 500,000 from the previous quarter, with more than a third doing so to save money, according to a report by the data analytics company Kantar. Moreover, inflation has been surging in the UK, hitting a 30-year high of 7% last month. Households are starting to seriously prioritize where and how their disposable income is spent, the Kantar report said. The proportion of consumers planning to cancel subscriptions, videos on demand services, and stating the primary reason is, quote, wanting to save money, has risen to its highest ever level at 38%, up from 29% in the past. But among the streaming services getting hit with cancellations, get this now, Disney has been hit the hardest, as viewers are dropping the company's streaming service at a much faster rate than Netflix and Amazon. And that's saying something. That's saying something. And with Netflix, I might do a video on Netflix and later, but I'm going to talk about them a little while later in another video, hopefully. But that's saying something if you're falling faster than Netflix and Amazon. Goes on to say, meanwhile, shares of Disney have dropped nearly 15% so far in 2022, making Disney one of the worst performers in the Dow, according to a report by CNN Business. The news comes after the Disney brand has taken a huge hit. Here's the part I want you to get at. Taking a huge hit among American parents, with a majority of independents saying they, quote, no longer trust the companies programming their children in the wake of Disney's pursuing an aggressive LGBTQIA2S plus agenda. That's literally what it says. Whatever that means, I have no clue, don't care. Disney is also losing trust due to its opposition to anti-grooming legislation, such as Florida's parental rights in education law, which prohibits teachers from discussing sexuality and transgender ideology to children in kindergarten through third grade, which is crazy to me because why are you worried about what some Florida governor is doing? You're supposed to be in the entertainment industry designed to entertain children. Why do you want to go back crazy over something some governor is doing? Come on, man. Why do you want to go back crazy over something the governor is doing? You're in the entertainment industry. What are you doing? We'll get into it. Overall, nearly half of Americans said they no longer trust Disney's programming. Moreover, Disney executives were heard on a recent conference call admitting that their goal is to implement a heavy LGBTIA2S plus agenda in children's movies and television shows, with one executive saying the company has been, quote, get this now, this is disgusting. With one executive saying the company has been, quote, targeting Gen X and millennials, end quote. And another stating that Disney has even encouraged her, quote, not at all secret gay agenda, end quote, when she became an employee. Let's end that right there. Let's end the article right there. So you see what's going on here? That's where you get it. That's where you hit them where it hurts the most. Because it seems like protesting against these people don't do any good. Protesting against these woke organizations don't do any good. You know, the only time it seems to do good is when the left, radical left, is protesting against them, and then all of a sudden they fall under the pressure like Disney did. But let somebody conservative or whatever, they don't care. Let somebody conservative speak out against their radical woke agenda, they don't care. But guess what? You will start caring when you hit them in their pocketbook. I hope everybody stops. I hope everybody drops their subscriptions. I hope they all do. I wonder who's going to prop up Disney then. Even if George Soros or some other far left-leaning corporation loans them money or gives them money to keep them propped up and making these junk movies, nobody is going to watch your shows, people. You're going to be null and void. You're going to be irrelevant because what this shows is that a vast majority of Americans disagree with what you're doing. They disagree with what you're doing. And look here, right in the article, it says that they were openly admitted that they're targeting Generation X and millennials. They're targeting them with this agenda. How in the world can it not be more plain, not be more in our face what they're doing to try to get your children? Why the children? Because their minds are more pliable. Their minds are fresher. Their minds are weaker. Okay? Separate them from their parents and then indoctrinate them with this agenda, indoctrinate them with this material, this ideology, this worldview. Separate from the parents, indoctrinate them with the worldview. Demonize the parents, indoctrinate them with the worldview. Hate on the parents, call them conspiracy theorists, indoctrinate them with this worldview. If a person can't discern that, I don't know that person needs help. That person needs help. This is a sick agenda, but I'm so glad that people are seeing the light. Everybody in this country are not woke. In case Disney didn't understand that, everybody's not woke. And as I said in the previous video, I grew up watching Disney cartoons, Disney movie. I mean, I used to love watching Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and all. I used to love it, man. And to see that them getting into this wokeness is ridiculous. You know, the saying, I don't know, you guys can correct me in the comment box below, but the saying of go woke, go broke, I don't know if that's a saying created by the conservative right or a saying created by the left, liberal left. If it's the liberal left, if it's the conservative right, I would understand. But if it's the liberal left, they contradicted themselves. Because I'm assuming that if they created the phrase go woke, go broke, I'm assuming that, what do you mean? You know, if we're going to go woke, we're going to lose all our money. Is that what you want? You want to lose your subscribers? You want to lose your supporters? Staying propped up by some outside source that's giving you money to keep pushing an agenda ain't going to work, because people are not going to. You need the people to view your movies. You need the people to. You can get people to outside to give you money, but after a while, it's going to be null and void. Nobody's watching you. And if nobody's going to watch your shows, even though an outside source is financing you, who are you influencing? Nobody. If you want to influence them kids, just like they said in the article, they're trying to target Generation X and Generation Z, X, whatever, and the millennials. If you're trying to influence that group, how are you going to influence them if you broke? Go woke, go broke. How are you going to influence them if you broke? Nobody's going to watch you. So you can't influence them with that radical leftist agenda. So you're defeating your own purpose. Walt Disney and all you other woke groups, you're defeating your own purpose. Have some guts about yourself. Stand up against the woke mob. Stop giving in to these people. Stop giving in to them. I don't understand the philosophy behind that. I just don't understand. You let a small group of people protest against you, hoop and hollering. What is wrong with these CEOs and board of directors? They that weak-minded and that simplified that they just let these small minority groups of woke people protest against them, disagree with what they're doing, And then they give in to it. It makes no sense to me. Try to make that make sense to me, because it just doesn't. Have some guts about yourself. Have a backbone about yourself. No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to give in to you. We're going to take a stand, because the reality of the matter is the audience, millions and millions of people and parents that watching your movies and your cartoons are the ones that's really supporting you. And when you lose their support, you're going to eventually be a goner. And to be quite honest with you, I don't feel sorry for you, because you're pushing an evil agenda, period, bottom line. That's what I believe. You're pushing an evil agenda. So I just wanted to share that. What do you guys think about this? You think this is good news, bad news, or what? I think it's good news. I think it's good news. I think it's good news that parents in America are not as woke as these woke corporations think they are. The vast majority of parents in America, whether they be independent or even moderate Democrats, have morals and standards that a lot of these woke corporations and woke politicians and communist, Marxist-leaning individuals don't understand. They're not as mind controlled as you think they are. So I just wanted to say that. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, share this video, subscribe. God bless you all, and see you again.